All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak We say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak We give double honors to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. This is just a quick update, real quick. Things are getting ready to go. Something big is coming to Ukraine. This is just the World War III update. I just seen this, and Spirit jumped on me just to go into this real quick. Russia's getting ready to do something big, man. The title of this video is NATO's back is against the wall. The Lord is mustering, something on those lines, because you have a lot of men that are fleeing Ukraine currently. Okay, and I looked at the graph he's about to show, and they pretty much decimated. There's pretty much no men in Ukraine right now. There's no, and the men that was in there, they good and gone, or the ones that are left are maimed, or they're pretty much maimed beyond repair, losing limbs and all types of things, because this has been a war of shelling, missiles, explosions. So the time we at now is that NATO's running out of options, because once Ukraine falls, there's going to be no excuse, and there's going to be no justification to why Russia's being attacked, because there's no people that are Ukrainians that are doing it, and the ones that are left are simply not, adequate to be able to do it. So let's go ahead and play this video, and I'm gonna get one precept, and we'll go ahead and close on out. But things are heating up, because that means they're gonna have to do something else, and that's gonna lead to something else. So these are what is it said? The theater of war. All right, let's watch this.
Something big could be about to unfold in Ukraine, and there are a few pieces of big news this morning that I want to bring to you. Of course, Russians are staying totally tight-lipped about it. Putin is not saying a word, as you can imagine, but satellite images don't lie and reports on the ground don't lie. We'll get to that in a second. But first, over the past 48 hours, we've gotten multiple reports of an increased number of young Ukrainian men racing to get the hell out of Ukraine. And whatever men are left there are trying to get out. Reports have Russia prepping something very large. So if you're a young Ukrainian man who's about to be killed, you are fleeing right now to Romania before Putin launches whatever it is he's about to launch. So how it works is this way. You have to pay $5,000, according to reports, to an escort. They will hide you, they will pay off border guards so you can escape Ukraine into Romania and other areas. Cars filled with young men who've paid off border guards are driving across the Romanian border, but not all of them are making it there. Here's a car full of young Ukrainian men yesterday captured by police trying to flee the war, arrested, thrown to the ground by Ukrainian police. Don't forget, guys, you have to bribe these cops if you want to survive and get out of NATO's war. Remember, the U.S. State Department leaked memo this week confirms that Ukraine is the most corrupt nation in Europe. So these guys will take your bribes. Don't be shy about giving these border guards money if you want to.
And that shows this is the, because it says corruption. That's why it says so is the king, so is the people. That's what's been going on in Ukraine, for it says the most corrupt. And why is that? Because Babylon has been in there. And Russians knew it before the special operations. They knew what was going on over there. They just said, okay, we'll let them, pretty much stay on their end, but we'll monitor the situation. Because I remember watching the early times when Ukraine fell, it was Nazis. I'm talking about they had Nazi flags. They were communists, or they were pretty much heavy racists. There was Nazis. There's pretty much separatists, okay? So that's what was taking over Ukraine. I remember that. And then it settled down, and they put the guy, which was he was a chocolate tycoon. He was the candy man, I call him. But he was put up as the puppet, and then they went ahead and elected Zelensky after that. So he ruled that for a while. So this place has been corrupt. So there's no solidarity in the whole place. That's why you see taking place is that a lot of these troops that's still fighting, they have to be foreign troops, mercenaries, and Russia knows this. And the weapons and the things that's being given, they say we're giving it to Ukraine, but they're really giving it to their own soldiers that are coming in there under the disguise of Ukraine. There was a situation where they caught a German tank full of German soldiers in there. they caught them in there. They were speaking full German. So this is just, we're at war. Not we, the NATO is at war with Russia in a proxy war, but it's got to get intensified. So there's going to be some kind of attack that's going to, because generals, when you see the when you're doing strategic planning when it comes to war, you have to make certain moves to make this move. So there's going to be another move made, and it has to be on a wider scale and has to be intense move, because this has to pull the NATO regime together to go into this war, because there's nothing left in Ukraine right now, man. I mean, they try to save it as much as possible, but they've been, because of the attacks that's been going on Russia, they've been going very hard on it, man. So let's continue to watch.
Survive. Ukraine has gotten so desperate for men that this man with no leg was just told that he can report for duty. You can't make this up. And news reports show Ukraine has lost over 500,000 dead. 500,000 dead and 1.3 million permanently injured, with arms and legs blown off for NATO's war.
You see row upon row upon row of Ukrainian flags fluttering over freshly dug graves. Thousands of these. The average age of the soldier fighting on the front lines for Ukraine is 40 years old.
And this is stunning. Look at your screen. This is normally called the age pyramid, where you would have a lot of young people at the bottom and fewer old people at the top because they die off, an aged pyramid. But in Ukraine, they never had young people. 15 to 20-year-olds simply don't exist. In the year 2000, Ukrainians were simply not having babies after the fall of the Soviet Union. So the largest population is 30 to 60-year-olds in Ukraine. And notice that 300,000 number is roughly the amount of these people left. That means 500,000 people killed, and you literally wiped away a massive portion of Ukraine's population. The numbers don't lie. NATO has helped kill most of Ukraine. I'll say that again. NATO has helped kill most of Ukraine. I hope NATO is proud of what they've done here. So this brings me to reports of Russia readying something big. As former UN weapons inspector Scott Ritter just told us, Putin is under pressure at home to get this done before winter sets in. So what does it mean, get this done? What does that look like for Russia? Well, that's just a few weeks away now.
So, hey, we here. Something else has to happen, because they can't come under the shield of, Ukraine is fighting to the very last man. There pretty much is none. There is none. That's why the last little bits are fleeing, and they're running into Romania right now. What'd he say? About $5,000 would get you, and that's a lot in their money. That's a lot. That's roughly maybe even close to 100, like maybe like 50,000 in their money. To be able to get across the border. So you're pretty much spending your life savings if you got one, because their economy's not that good anyway. So the ones that really have money is already gone. So this thing something's getting ready to happen, because the NATO's back is against the wall, and that's where all our money went. Or not our money. That's where Babylon's money went. I got to because this place ain't for us, Jakes. And I'm telling you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's evident. Because with that money, they could have cured they could have got everybody out of poverty. But you have people that are starving here, drug addicted. You have vets that are homeless. I mean, it's the list goes on and on. That means the higher ups are really controlling where that money goes. And it's not coming to the so-called citizens and the people of Babylon. All right. So let's go ahead and get this precept real quick, because the word is mustereth. Let's pull this right here. This is the book of Isaiah 13 and verse 4. This is how we know that the Lord is doing this. And this is Isaiah 13 and verse 4, and it reads, it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. So that's the main thing. The Lord is bringing all these, because that's what Putin's move is going to be, because he has approximately like 300,000 in reservists, close to 500,000 men strong. OK, so they're pretty much saying get it done. As in, let's go ahead and finish it off, top it off. All right. There's enough ground troops that have been taken out. That's what that means. And I'm just extrapolating, because when you watch a lot of this news and watch a lot of these updates, you can see a trend that's going on. I mean, and Russia's been getting attacked. Their bombers, their nuclear bombers have been getting attacked. So it's getting to a point. It's like a gnat or a mosquito. A gnat and a mosquito is not really a dangerous thing, but they can annoy you. If there's a bunch of them, they can annoy you. It gets to be a pestilence. All right, because Russia's bigger, stronger, and they have more military might. But then you have these small little attacks and these small little things that are pestering Russia. It's not damaging in Russia or hurting it to say the least. Just like you get bit by a mosquito, it may itch, it may bump up, but that's not hurting you. That's not a detrimental hurt to you, to your body. All right, I just want to put it like that. So the word there is host, right? And let's look up at the word mustered. Muster means a representative specimen, and right here, act of assembling. Okay, critical examination, an assembled group. Okay, so the Lord is mustering and assembling this army in this war that's going on right now. That's why Exodus 15, it says the Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name. So all this is being done. This is for our exit. We should take very much happiness in this, just like when Babylon was taken down, all right, by Darius, and you had the Medo-Persian Empire. All these empires that went in and out, the Lord was doing something to help make them fall, to bring in that next kingdom. But the next kingdom that's being brought in now is the eternal kingdom, the eternal kingdom that comes to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's going to be ruled by Yahushua and King David and the 12 and so on down, the rulership line, man. But hey, like I said, hey, Jake is ready, man. We're ready for rest. We're ready for peace. The Lord is judging our enemies. He's putting them in confusion, because now you have Edomites versus Edomites. All right, some of those men are Jakes in Russia, and some of those men are Jakes in Ukraine, but the large majority of them are Edomites, and that's what's getting dealt with now. So we're moving towards the end. These are more steps towards the salvation of Israel and the prophecies being fulfilled, man. Which we pray that happens this year, so we can go ahead and get up out of here and the earth can be at rest. All right, so Lord willing, to edify a lesson. I'm gonna leave it there and say, call Haloim Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakwadash. Until the next time, I say shalom and keep faith to the hopeful elect, to the elect out there. That's what we're praying for, that the Lord seals so we may go home. And with that, I say shalom. And as always, keep faith.